What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Untitled World. Thank you for joining me today. Well, today we're going to discuss the new Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Stone Cold Steve Austin Legacy Championship.
What?
The Stone Cold Steve Austin Legacy Championship Collector's title. There, I got it. Video's over. No. That's a lot of words for one title. It's basically a belt that never existed. WWE Shop went, let's make this thing. We're going to make 500 of them. Charge $1,000, so they're going to make $500,000 on these, because 500 times 1,000 is 500,000. I don't know, man. Like, here's a picture of the belt. Right there. That's the belt that we're talking about today. And if you notice, I'm wearing this Judgment Day shirt in honor of this belt, because this belt is actually the Stone Cold Steve Austin Terminator 2 Judgment Day Championship belt. I don't care what anybody says. Other people have said it looks like that too. I totally agree. That's it. As soon as I saw the picture, I went, Terminator 2? No, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. They put all that, makes it look like metal and stuff. It doesn't look like a legit belt. It looks like Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That's all there is to it. WWE Shop, if you want to get our money, start making belts that people like. You've got Edge there. Edge hasn't been there in forever. You know what would be a cool belt to make in honor of Edge? How about the tag team championship he had? I grew up watching it, loving it. I love the tag team title. You had the Hardys versus Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys. They were going for this title. Make this title so we can buy it. The Undisputed belt, you made that one just a few months ago. That is one of the best belts you've ever made in your entire WWE Shop Replica resume. And it's an older belt. Make the tag team titles. And there's plenty of other belts. You don't have to, let's make up this and whatever. No, stop. You did it with The Undertaker. You did like the Eddie Guerrero version of the belt. John Cena, blah, 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 all these other people. Stop. Make the old belts that were legit belts. And then once you've done that, then you can pull stuff out of your butt and go, what about this Stone Cold Steve Austin Terminator 2 one? That'll work, right? We can sell that. Then you can do it. Anyway, let's talk about the belt, shall we?
Alright, so here's some of the product details. By opening a can of whoop ass, giving middle finger, nobody cares about that. Let's talk about the belt. So the title is made of zinc alloy plates with silver plating. It's got epoxy and crystal and real leather with embossed printing. Then we get into the sizing of the belt. You see the main plate is 11.4 by 11.9. The thickness is 6 millimeters, so it'll be just like the new Undisputed Championship belt. You got the skull face is 40 millimeters, so that's freaking huge. Then you got the thickness of the side plates. You got 6 millimeters and 5 millimeters and 9 millimeters. It's going to be a heavy belt, and as you see, it's 8.5 pounds. It's not the heaviest of belts, but it's pretty freaking heavy. And as you see, it says each end plate is individually numbered 001 to 500. Numbers are chosen at random, so if I got the number 12, I'd be lucky. Then we got the skull that comes with it. It's a polyresin with paint. It's basically 4 by 6 by 4.5, and it weighs almost a pound. Then there's the box. This thing is massive, apparently. The material is MDF, which is medium density fiberboard, with printing, of course, and metal hardware, which I don't understand why they put that, because who's putting it together with plastic? That stuff would snap off easily, but at least they put it. It's got a PU patch. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can tell me below. The size is 31, basically 32 by 21 by 6, and it weighs 23 pounds. So the total weight is 32 pounds. This thing is going to be heavy. So here's just a real quick picture of the belt and the skull inside the box. It honestly looks like a watch from here. Here's a close-up of the main plate. As you can see on the left, it says Stone. On the right side, it says Cold. You got the smoking skull in the middle. It says 316. On the bottom, it has a 25 for the 25th anniversary, and it's got the scratched WWE logo at the top. It looks like it's got like rivets going on the side, which is, I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest. Here we've got an angle view of the main plate. Kind of shows how the skull in the middle pops out. It's apparently 40 millimeters, so it's a nice pop, but they should have just done this to the smoking skull belt, honestly. And this is simply an angle view from the other side. This is a back view, kind of shows what it looks like when it's all snapped and closed. Luckily, it doesn't have Velcro because I hate the way that looks. So here's an overview of the entire belt. We're going to break down the left and right sides a little in just a second, but here it is completely laid out flat. So on the left side of the belt, you can see on the snaps it says 100% whoop ass, and it also says Austin. So on the right side, you've got a side plate. I'll show a close-up of that in just a second. It says SOB. Then you got the top view of 6 beer cans, most likely Steve Weiser's. It says hell yeah or hell yeah. And then it's got a metal tip on the end. I'll also do an up-close look at that one as well. All right, so here's a close-up of the side plate. It's 6-sided, aka a hexagon. It's got a red Texas logo in the background, and then on the front it says the Texas Rattlesnake 25th anniversary, and there's a rattlesnake right in the middle. Here's a close-up of the metal tip. As you can see, it's 3 skulls, and it says established in 1996. Here's a look at the back of it. As you can see, it's got a whole bunch of words and emblems going along in red and black, and I'll zoom on that in just a second. So here's a close-up of the back. As you can see, it's just a pattern. It says SCSA, and it also even says Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's got 25, rattlesnake head, skull, middle finger being flipped off by a skeleton, and just a bunch of different things. It's actually pretty cool if you ask me. Now we're going to focus on the actual box. It's got a skull in the front, of course, because of Stone Cold Steve Austin is on everything. And you see it says Stone Cold. And if you see on the top, it's got a little handle where you can carry it. Here's another view of the box. You can kind of see how thick it is. It's got a little snap right there so the belt doesn't fall out when you're carrying it like a guitar case, or if it's a Tommy gun and you're in the 1950s. And so we have last but definitely least is the skull, which you could definitely buy at any Spirit Halloween shop around Halloween time for $4, but they got it all painted up. It says Stone Cold on the head. It's got red eyes. He looks just like the freaking Terminator, but I'm not saying nothing.
And there you have it. That is my review of the new Stone Cold Steve Austin Legacy Championship Collector's title. What? Let me know in the comments if you're going to get it. I will not be getting it unless the WWE Shop sees this video and decides to send me one of the 500, which they won't do. And I don't blame them. That's $1,000 to lose out. But if you want to send it, I'll do a review. That is it. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. And as always, I do appreciate it greatly. And until next time, peace.